If you're a 2025 bride and you're doing your own makeup on your wedding day and you love a fresh, glowy, rosy tone makeup look like this one, I got you. Let me show you how to do it. First step, skin prep. I like to use a toner pad. These are from First Aid Beauty. And then I like to use a milky essence or toner. This is the Rhode Glazing Milk. Anytime I need my makeup to last all day, I keep my skin prep super minimal. You want to let all of that dry. And then we're going to do brows. Since I like a laminated look, I always do brows first. Time to prime. Milk Hydro Grip. I am a gripping primer girly. And with this primer, you want to let it sit and dry a little bit so it becomes nice and tacky. Next, for some glow, I'm applying the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Just a nice even layer across the skin. And then before I blend this out, I'm going to dot my foundation over top. Haus Labs foundation. Dot this all over. Still not blending. We're going to spray some setting spray. This is the Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray. Make sure you bring it down the neck. Now for concealer. Again, less is more. Light layers. I'm using the Kosas color correctors. They're just so lightweight, but they cover everything I need. Continuing with our creams, Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer, and apply that where I bronze and contour. Then just gently go back in with your sponge. Blend out any harsh edges. Now for cream blush. I have been obsessed with these cheek stains. They are super pigmented. You do not need a lot, but they last all freaking day. They're from Sachu Beauty. You only need the slightest bit. Okay, creams are looking good. Now it's time to set. First, we're gonna set under the eyes. I'm gonna take a little bit of this Fenty translucent powder. This is the Invisimatte powder, and gently tap it under the eyes. So I like to go with the pressed powder first, and then a little bit of loose powder as well. This is the one side translucent powder. I'm just gonna press that over top. I also like to bake my smile lines just for a minute. Now we're gonna set our bronzer and blush. You wanna very gently tap the smallest amount right over top of where you applied the cream. And then same with blush. I always like to apply a little bit more blush than I need. We're gonna go back in with another layer of setting spray. Fan it dry. And now we're gonna move on to the eyes. I'm gonna fill in my brows with this L'Oreal brow pencil. I'm gonna use the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 palette. This is the palette I used on my wedding day. I just love rosy tones. I'm gonna start with this shade and work my way down the matte, buffing them all over the lid and into the crease and softly blending upward. So the first one we blended all the way up to the brow bone. The next shade right here, we're gonna keep right in the crease. The next shade, we're gonna keep even lower and focus it on the outer corner. I'm gonna go back in with a fluffy blending brush and just blend everything together. I'm gonna take this deepest shade and I'm gonna press that right along the lash line on the outer corner of the eye, just to really define the eye. I'm gonna go back in with that first shade and pack this on the inner corner, just to really open up the eye and brighten. I also like to keep the lower lash line pretty bare. Again, it just keeps your eyes nice and bright, but if you usually wear shadow on your lower lash line, definitely do that. Now we're gonna tight line. It's gonna make our lash line look fuller. Now we're gonna curl the lashes and apply some mascara. e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara for lashes. I love a half lash because you don't have to deal with that inner corner. For a lip, the Maybelline lifter liners are so good and they stay all day. This is the shade Peaking. Top it with a clear gloss. This one is from Dibs Beauty and it has a little bit of shimmer in it. Okay, we're almost done, but I kind of want to apply a little bit of sparkle to the lid. So I'm going to take this Urban Decay Moon Dust Shadow in Space Cowboy and just gently tap this right into the center of the lid. Here's the final look. We're nice and glowy and fresh. I love the rosy tones on the eye. Congratulations on your big day.